Welcome to NRL 360 Rugby League from every angle, brought to you by NIB. Joining me again, the great Gordon Tallis. Let's bring the journo straight in. Buzz Rothfield and Brent Reid. Another epic round of football, and there is plenty to talk about yet again tonight on your Monday night. Now, what a round it was. Gordy, what did you like from the weekend's footy?
I liked a lot. I think that Broncos staying in touch, keeping their dream alive with the Dragons and the Knights. I think, just the 8 still being alive over the weekend.
Buzz?
I've been worried about you all weekend.
When are you ever worried about me?
I'll tell you why I'm worried about you. The Roosters and the Bulldogs are both on fire.
Yep.
They're your two clubs in the finals. You're going to have to put on a jersey, but you've got to make a decision.
I don't have to make a decision.
You do have to make a decision.
I love them both, Buzz.
Yeah, but what if they play each other?
It's amazing to see them doing so well, Buzz, you know?
But what are you going to do if they play each other?
I'm going to go for both.
Are you?
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
You need one of those jerseys.
I'll get a jersey, I'll get half Roosters, half Bulldogs.
Mate, you used to be Roosters. When Canberra going awful.
Oh, please.
Mate, when Canberra going awful, you didn't want a bar of
No,
them.
I didn't. I was just very honest about it.
Oh, were you?
Yes. Just like you jumped off the Sharks, but you're back on them now all of a sudden after the weekend.
Thank you, bro.
You're back. All right, ready.
Well, I'm not jumping off the Broncos, Braith. I think there's still a big chance of making the finals, actually. I think they're a big chance. I think Kevy was very confident after the game the other night.
He was.
And I'm with him.
Funny you mentioned that, Reedy, because the race for the 8 is on. Let's have a look at the teams that are fighting for that 8th position. Now, the Dragons, you can see there are 2 points ahead of the 4 teams. If the Dragons win both games, then they're in 8th position and to secure their spot in the finals. But the Broncos can possibly win one game and still make it. The Dolphins can win one game and make it. The Knights and the Raiders need to win both games. And, of course, they need the Dragons to at least lose one. As do the Broncos and Dolphins. So there's a bit going on here. There's jostling for positions. The top 4 looks to be sewn up. The Dogs in 5th position, but with the Sharks playing the way that they are and the draw with the Panthers, it looks like this is the real battle. How do you guys see it? It is pretty exciting stuff at the moment.
Well, I'm tipping the Knights to finish 8th, and the reason being their falling against isn't great, but it's better than the Dragons. You see the Knights draw. They got the Titans at home this week, and then on Old Boys Day, they got the the Dolphins at home. The way they played on the weekend, I think they'll win both, and they've got a superior forward against the Dragons.
They do.
I think they're a great chance, Newcastle.
Yeah, well, as I said, I think the Broncos, they got Melbourne last round. Looks as though Melbourne will be pretty strong, full strength, just about a full strength team in that last round. So I think if they get over Melbourne, I reckon the Broncos will get there. And I think by then they'll have Reece Walsh back. Payne Haas will probably come back in the finals as well. I think if they make it, they are a danger.
If you're one of the top teams at the moment, the Broncos are the side you don't want to make it. Because
with Reece and Payne.
That's right. With Reece, Payne back into the team. And they are, I would say, the biggest threat out of, and no disrespect to these teams, but at their best would be the biggest threat to those top teams.
Yeah, but guys, Melbourne are going to be at full strength. They're resting players this week. We'll talk about that later, but I don't think they can beat Melbourne that last week.
It's tough.
Right, well, Kevy was very confident after the game on the weekend. Let's have a listen.
Do you think, Kev, I mean, if you make the finals, do you think you can mount...
There's no if. No if here. We're going to make the finals, so...
Yeah, I guess when you do, though, Kev, do you think you'll mount a challenge, or can you seriously threaten from the bottom half?
I definitely think so. But, we're getting a bit far ahead. We will make the finals, but we've got to, play well next week against Redcliffe.
There is no if. We will make the finals.
Well, you like it from your coach.
Extreme confidence from Kevin.
Yeah. Well, you like it from your coach, Ron. The MGS and James Graham goes, well, I like it, and he's the latest retiring player. If he goes, I'm not sure or I hope, to keep the dressing room alive. They're under the pump here. They were 16-0 down or whatever, but it was a game for the true believers. They've still got a bit of work to do, Brisbane, but they're still fighting. They're still in there throwing punches, and I like it. Confidence.
I'm a fan of manifesting, so maybe if you say it enough,
think about it enough.
Positivity, boys.
You're positive, Buzz.
Absolutely, I am.
I know. Yeah, it rubs off on all of us.
Oh, does it? That's good.
Thanks, Buzz. What about you, Reedy?
Look, I think, as I said, if they make the finals, and I think they're every chance, you stick Reece Walsh and Payne Haas in this football team, they're capable of doing some real damage in the finals. And you're right, Braith. I think teams in the 8 They would hate to see the Broncos in there come finals time.
So you're saying Broncos, you're saying Knights. Is it a red pen through the rest?
Oh, look, St George are a slight hope, but the way they played yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised they lost both their last 2 games.
Wow.
That's a big call. But they're playing Parramatta
Well, mate,
this
they
week.
played awful.
Well, Parramatta than the Raiders.
Yeah, but Parramatta
They've got
aren't
Raiders at
playing
home.
awful, are they? Parramatta are not going awful.
No.
You know, they've
Yeah.
been in front in a few of their games.
But they've shown that they do bounce back, the Dragons. They've been a bit
They
inconsistent.
lack a bit of consistency.
They do, but they do have a good performance in them, and they've only they might only need one out of those 2 games.
I reckon they'll need 2, though, both, particularly that for and against of theirs.
Yeah.
I think they need to win them both. If they only win one of them, as Buzz said, the Knights have got a soft draw coming in. They'll win. I expect them to win them both, and I reckon the Broncos will probably win them both. So they need to win both those games.